Imagine going to school every day for multiple different lecture classes and killing your hand from writing endless notes. Ultimately, this is all you do, just straight focusing on the details of the class to try to pass a huge major grade in order to get your credit. No small assignments, no extra credit, none of that lucky high school stuff. And despite all your hard work and time-consuming dedication, you're not even ranked at the top of your class. My name is Anthony DeSanto. I'm a student at Alvin High School, and that scenario I was just talking about, that's basically my life. Today, I'll be talking about an ongoing debate over the GPA weight of advanced placement classes and dual credit courses, and why they should be weighted the same. Before I get into that, let's talk about some basics. If you didn't already know, advanced placement and dual enrollment classes are two different pathways that give high school students the opportunity to gain college credit. These classes are obviously going to be harder than regular and advanced high school classes, something I can definitely attest to. According to Alvin Community College's dual credit or dual enrollment orientation document, to enroll in dual credit courses, they require you to pass a specific college readiness test called the Texas Success Initiative, otherwise known as the TSI. After passing this test, the class requires you to enroll in the college specific to the dual enrollment program and your high school's location. Keep in mind that once students pass the test and enroll, this basically makes high school students college students as well. On the AP side of things, according to Alvin Community College dual credit English teacher, Miss Harold, who also teaches AP language and composition at Alvin High School, there are no beforehand class registration requirements for AP. The College Board's registration is open enrollment, meaning that anyone can take the class if they want. All they have to do is talk to their counselor. Some other things to note are the specific ways these two classes give college credit. According to the College Navigator's blog about AP versus dual credit classes, AP students gain college credit through an end of the year exam that's provided by the nation, while dual credit classes, on the other hand, just require you to pass the class with a letter grade C or higher to gain the credit. Even though both of these options are great, here's where the problems come in. According to Fred Lewis's Understanding GPA document under the Advanced Academics page of Alvin High School website, AP classes give students double the GPA points compared to dual enrollment courses. Specifically, on a scale, AP classes give students a 20-point GPA boost, and DE classes, otherwise known as dual enrollment classes, only give students a 10-point GPA boost. Let's step back here for a second. In high school, generally there are 4 different options for any type of class, going from a difficulty level of least to greatest. First, there's on-level classes, then APA classes, most commonly known as advanced classes. Next is dual enrollment, or otherwise known as dual credit courses, and finally AP classes. On the scale Fred Lewis provides, the 10-point boost given to dual credit students is also given to APA/advanced high school students. This basically puts advanced high school classes on the same level as dual enrollment classes, which is obviously not true. So high school/college students like myself who are in both AP and dual enrollment are basically wondering why they don't get equal GPA points in those two classes. With those details being provided, let's hop right into why dual enrollment students think they deserve to have an equal GPA boost as AP students, and why AP students think the classes are weighted correctly. So on the dual credit side of this debate, the students claim that their classes are strenuous and even more time-consuming than AP classes. For example, according to Trudy McConnell's 2021 EBSCO article explaining dual enrollment classes, they are extremely time-consuming and rigorous, requiring homework and lots of note-taking. Also, in the College Navigator's document over AP versus dual enrollment classes, they illustrate how some Dual enrollment classes require students to attend class on the college campus. This shows the time consumption that classes provide because of the transportation of students and out-of-school learning requirements. Another argument dual enrollment students profess is about their GPA ranking. For example, as provided in the details, dual enrollment classes and advanced high school classes are ranked on the same level, 10 points above regular high school classes. This is a problem because according to Alvin Community College's dual enrollment orientation document, dual enrollment classes are obviously harder than advanced high school classes, and on top of that, they're considered actual college courses taught by actual college professors. All in all, dual enrollment classes provide potential college credit, and students get to attend an actual lecture class experience. Therefore, they shouldn't be weighted the same, and dual enrollment classes should be weighted higher. Besides that, dual enrollment students proclaim the registration for the classes is time-consuming and illustrates the professionalism of the class, as provided in the details according to Alvin Community College dual enrollment orientation document. Students are basically signing up for college. So after passing the college readiness test, aka Texas Success Initiative, or TSI, and getting into the college, you will be a college student being taught by college professors. In comparison, even though their content is far beyond regular high school classes, advanced placement classes are considered high school classes taught by high school teachers. So those are the arguments for the dual enrollment side of things. But on the other hand, advanced placement students have a totally different point of view, starting with their class's content depth. According to Kiti Gandhi, a former journalism major from Pennsylvania State University, her EBSCO article over advanced placement classes explains how these classes require very smart students, and counselors even recommend students to think twice before adding these classes onto their schedules. This article also explains that these classes go into further content depth because they need to match the content of the AP exam that students have to take at the end of the year in order to gain college credit. Which brings us to advanced placement students' next topic, AP exam scores. According to Central New Mexico Community College Advanced Placement's exam scores page, different classes provide different required scores ranking from 1 to 5. For most classes, in order to receive college credit, the students have to score a 3 or higher. This makes it harder to gain the college credit because compared to dual enrollment classes, students put all their hard work and stress into one test, while the dual enrollment students all they have to do is pass the class. With that being said, AP students mainly argue the classes are weighted correctly because of the course's content depth and the bigger risk from taking the AP exam. So now for my opinion. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm a current student at Alvin High School in Alvin, Texas, and I'm also a current college student at Alvin Community College. For this reason, I have experience from both sides of the debate. So here's what I think. I agree with both sides in the sense that they have pretty good points, but because of my experience with both of these sides, if I had to choose one side, it would have to be the dual enrollment students. So it's not just because I want a higher GPA rank, but because of the misconception of these classes. For example, according to Michelle Harold, my English teacher that I mentioned earlier, AP classes seem tough because they have timed writing. More specifically, they have to complete essays within the span of 50 minutes. While compared to dual credit classes, we have a month to complete these essays. So yes, the classes seem harder, but she backs that up by explaining how those timed essays AP students take are only little test grade, while dual enrollment essays are worth 20% of our grade each essay. She also states that AP classes are allowed to turn in late work, while dual enrollment can't. And dual enrollment classes are way more professional because they're actually taught by actual professors, not just like regular high school teachers that are trained who honestly don't even know the content themselves sometimes. And overall, dual enrollment students definitely deserve a GPA boost because of their hard work and dedication. I ultimately profess that AP classes and dual enrollment classes, grade point average should be weighted the same, not just for GPA and college interest bragging rights, but for the mental health and decency of the students. This is not an advanced high school class, it's college.
Bye!